Hello, and today we'll be playing Where the Demon Lurks, and this will continue with Lucian's route. Hello, and today we'll continue with Where the Demon Lurks for Lucian's route. So this is the newest update for the game. With the time to strike near, the three of you gather around the coffee table to discuss the infiltration plan. Lucian puts down an assortment of metal figures and plastic house-shaped bricks on the table. They're from that real estate board game everyone has for some reason. I forgot I bought the DDXIV edition. We played it once the king made all of us at a sock go bankrupt. Hey, I remember that game from back in the day. Social Poly. Yeah, had friends who lost fingers to that game. Mortals still engaged in high-stakes games like that. I thought such foolery ended with the Roman Empire. I don't know. Just know if you land on someone's property, you got to beat them up or you will have to pay the rent. That's not how you play Social Poly. Uh-huh. Lucian pushes the house-shaped pieces to one side of the table and the dog, cat, and the two figures to the other. These buildings represent the cult camp. You lean closer to the diorama, careful to catch the details. From my brief fly over the camp, their members have entrenched themselves in the forest west of the Inn Hotel. Alas, I was only able to do a visual inspection from the sky above all sorts, protects the camp from any external magic. Imagine, if you would, a fenced-in clearing scattered with tents. There's one large tent in the middle with several smaller tents surrounding it. These several blue house pieces into a circle around the orange hotel piece. That's an obvious boss location if there ever was one, but do you think it could also be a diversion? Possible, but we'll know after we get in. Cooper and I will approach from the gate. Lucian pushes the dog and cat figures towards a circle of buildings. Wait. What's wrong? I don't want to be the Sioux. Alright, Kobu. It's the Sioux. You grown. What now? I don't want to be the Sioux either. Nobody wants to be the Sioux. The Sioux sucks. People, please, can we focus? Lucian picks up the Sioux figure and tosses it away. He grabs a nearby empty can of soda and places it on the table. Now right here. This is a ghost. Two of us will approach from the front while you sneak in. Recall the girl from earlier? Their cult is actively recruiting people. You'll just need to don the cloak she left us and bring me in as a potential recruit. You walk in just like that? I don't know. It sounds too simple. I wouldn't say that. We still have to locate the artifacts. I'm afraid splitting us up is our best option. Bad idea. Splitting up never works out, especially when it's 100 against 3. It'd be a worse idea if we cannot find what we're looking for in time. They both look to you for a decision. Let's compromise. Toast, you're the only one that can go around without being seen. You'll survey west of the camp, including the big tent in the middle. You grab the soda can and move it around the west side of the coffee table, while we go through the east. You move the cat and dog figures around the east side. We can reconvene at the far east, up in the corner here. The angel points at the northwest corner. Why there? It's an outhouse. No one wants to stay there long. Gross. How do I know if I found what we were looking for? Wish I knew. They only told us to get rid of any information or source of power that cult leader has. I say we have to find where that cult leader resides. Then we'll need a signal to let each other know we found something. Oh, if I find it, I'll do the mating call of the cockapula bird. Cockapula? Caca. You turn away to hide the second-hand embarrassment. Yes, sir, you do that, Toast. Lucian taps on the orange hotel piece representing the main tent. We must be aware that the cult leader and their lackeys might get in our way. Best it doesn't come to that, but if it does, they will make them regret it. I don't think trusting you with not damaging a soul is a smart move. Come on, the fruit broken bones isn't going to make someone end up in the underworld. Technically it can. That's why plenty of vigilantes are surprised when they get told where they're going after death. Leave the fighting to me. Both of you just focus on escaping. You're no fun. Toast crosses his arms. Listen, Lucian. We can't afford to let anything go wrong. Lives depend on us. Toast sighs. Right. I won't let you down, partner. Then dress yourself with that cloak and let's move out. On it. I'll grab a snack for the road. Are we calling a cab? No, I have a faster way to get us there. Our coaches. How did you get in here? What? Toast is me. Kobo, you're back. Okay, let's get going before I lose more brain cells watching your foolery. Lucian grabs you by the wrist and drags you out of the apartment. Upon seeing an empty alley, the angel holds you and launches into the sky. You hold the flying dog for dear life while Toast shuffles within your pocket. One rushes by as day turns to night, the three of you approaching the cultist camp. Every vegetation in a starry sky cloaks your descent. It's already 9 in the evening. Ever cautious, Lucian instructs everyone to survey the scene first. The three of you hide behind a particularly bushy bush and watch the gate. Looks like the gate has 2 guards. We'll have to wait until someone visits. That way we can observe how they get in. What if no one shows up? There we go with plan B. Plan. Beat. The asses. Someone is approaching the gate. A huddle of cultists approach the gate. The guard stops them. Halt. If you are a brother of the cloth, present the password. One of the huddled cultists steps forward, forming a circle around their head, with both paws and shrinking into the night. Oh, the never-ending circle of life and death. The cultist pirouettes to form the P. The cultist pirouettes to form the letter P with his body. With the great teacher's blessings, we will finally be free from this woeful cycle. One guard turns to the other, nods and opens the gate for the cultists. Good, now we know the password. Do I really have to do that? It's so embarrassing. Well, I obviously can't sense I'm the one you're bringing in. Guys, I know I don't say this enough, but I love you guys. No matter how tonight turns out, remember that. A bit early to be giving that speech, don't you think? Why would you say that? You think we won't make it out tonight? Toast shrugs. Anything can happen. I've learned that when jobs go south, it's too late to speak from the heart when you're 6 feet under. Duly noted. Toast, you go on ahead. We'll be right behind you. The ghost nods and floats ahead. The hyena stops in front of the guards to blow a raspberry at them. Fortunately, they can't see him. He skips on past the gate. Lucian and you walk further away before leaving the bushes and approaching the guards in clear view. Halt! Who goes there? It's just me. I got a new recruit to bring in. Hello, other people in cloaks. Nice night, isn't it? You alone. Why are you separated from your group? Oh, my leader gave me special permission. Yeah, 'cause this friend of mine is such a promising member. He grabbed Lucian by the shoulder and break into a weak smile. The great teacher accepts all, but has he paid his dues? Come again? The guard shakes his head. He looks at the other guard who shoots him a look of disbelief. First ranker, you will not earn the great teacher's love if you forget the basis of recruitment. You're supposed to collect the mandatory fee from all interested to join. On that fee, my leader has it. Yep. A little old first ranker like me won't hold on to anything that valuable. Then don't waste time. Give me the password and get in. Your eyes twitch as you bury your anxiety with a shaky laugh. You take a deep breath and form a circle above your head with both hands. Oh, the never-ending circle of life and death. You break the circle and try to pirouette, but accidentally kick Lucian in the sand. Still, you carry on and form the letter P with your body. With a great teacher's blessings, we will finally be free from the woeful cycle. An uneasy second passes by where no one speaks. Why are these first rankers picking these things up? You know we don't actually need to pose like that, right? You hear Lucian snickering behind you. Get inside before you make even more of a fool of us. The gate to the campsite swings open and you rush in with Lucian. Your eyes dart around anxiously. You see a large tent in the middle of the clearing and several smaller ones surrounding it. As Lucian said, cultists mow around in small groups, many weaving bags and sewing black hoods. The furs and leathers appear to be local game and fauna. A few take notice of you, stare at them. They smile way back at you. You pull the hood down to cover your face. Before you can process your next move, another cultist approaches and snatches Lucian by the wrist. You, the prospective member, come with me. We have a special presentation for all who are interested in joining our teacher's circle. Lucian doesn't budge. He's with me. I'll take him to the presentation. You, new member initiation is always handled by second rank or higher. Know your place. I didn't mean anything by it. You raise your shaky hands in an attempt to pacify the cultists. I just adore the great teacher and I just want to do well to rise up like you. Then continue your chores. You already done well by escorting our new member. Now come with me, new one. Let us show you the glory of our teacher. Lucian and you lock eyes and nod in acknowledgement. You'll have to go through the campsite on your own. Coming, I hope there will be snacks with this show. You'll love the pomegranate punch and nutritious gray mass. It's a die for. Lucian is led right towards the center of the clearing, into the large tent. So that big tent is also where they welcome new recruits. Then where does the leader sleep? You head eastward from the gate, peeking through the tents you pass for anything suspicious while giving the occasional nod at cultists who acknowledge you. You hope your sheepish nods are enough, though, because it's the safest gesture to avoid suspicion. Your ears flick about in search of the faint hum of magic, but you sense nothing of the sort. Walking along the perimeter, you try to cast a small portal, but sense something dampening your spell. No matter how hard you tried, you cannot open a portal beyond the camp fence. Without a spell that protects camp from external magic, externally is restricting magic escaping too. I have to keep that in mind. Where the next? Let's pick this one first. You continue walking past tents until, hey you, huh? A brown German Shepherd approaches you carrying a half-knit hoodie. You look free. Help me to finish this hood. The rest of my group left to finish cooking, leaving me behind with all the sewing. Sir, can you grab the thread and needle over there? They gesture with their elbow towards a box of sewing materials. You walk over to pick up a needle with the thread already fed through. Alright, just continue on sewing this one. I'd rather not touch the needle because the great teacher predicted I would die by one. Don't take this the wrong way, but how many do you need to sew? Just 600 more to go. What? That's the same for one person to do all that work. Work? No, it's a blessing, remember? Plus, it is manageable with all 5 of us, but my group isn't here now. Right. You haphazardly poked the needle into the hoodie, knowing almost nothing about sewing. Your shaky hands accidentally flick the needle through the air, pricking the coach's shoulder. Ah! The coach falls to the ground and rolls side to side. It's here, the cursed prophecy has come true, I'm dying. Whoa, calm down, I just pricked you. Why did I think I could take off my armor today? Of all days, God, it hurts, the pain. I think I'm bleeding out. He isn't. Look, I'll get help, okay? The great teacher will be able to save you. Where are they? Teacher isn't here yet. He's still out preparing for the big announcement. Perfect. I mean, then point me in the direction of his tent, and maybe there's something that I can help us in there. The cultist continues to roll around, howling in dramatic pain. I don't know where the teacher sleeps. I think I see the light. Don't go to the light, or do whichever you think is best. The tired cultist has fainted. Oh, I'm going to go over there now. You take a look around the other tents, but find nothing of particular interest. You turn back and explore the tents closest to the gate. A pair of female cultists are cooking something by foul order in a pot. Your eyes water, even covering your nose doesn't dull the smell. Hey, Steve. The voice is high-pitched and feminine. They wave you to come over. Damn it. You cautiously approach the duo. Have some punch, my man? You look tense. Oh, I'm not that thirsty. Chill. You're radiating some negative chi. Teacher wouldn't want that. He says like we're all about the good vibes, no strife, no stress. Yeah, we're going to live forever, bro. We have all the time in the world. Come and drink with us. Gonna play along. Don't let them suspect anything. So it's been a while, I suppose, since I had punch. One of the cultists pours the foul fluid into a clay mug and passes it to you. The stench has your stomach in knots. What is this stuff? I'm a freaking demon, and this makes me sick. The drink has a flowery and a sweet smell that is all too familiar. You recall the same scent when Morris first threw that powder to daze and alter your cognition. There's more to this drink, but you don't know what else is inside. Has everyone here been down in this without a second thought? More importantly, how did their leader get their hands on this? Cheers to the great teacher. Cheers. You raise the drink up high and let it fall into your waking mouth. Whoa, we got another punch band. Down the hatch then, everyone. Little did they know that you've opened a portal inside your mouth, letting the drink pour out harmlessly beneath a nearby bus. The drink's pour of inoculation takes hold of the other two. Their eyes glaze over as they struggle to stay upright. What were we talking about? I don't remember. They'll touch each other's faces in a daze. That was my chance. Oh, wow. This feels good. You shuffle side to side, trying to imitate the others' reactions. I'm so relaxed right now. I just remembered why I was so stressed. I was supposed to clean the teacher's tent grounds, but I forgot where he stayed. That's cool, bro. We forget all the time. Heck, right now, I can't even remember if this is my left hand or right. They raised their right hand to their face. Oh, do I always have fur? Silly, Steve. You always get so weird at the puns. As for you, Steve, she points at you. The leader's tent is right behind the temple tent. They point at the big tent Lucian was taken to. Thanks, really appreciate it. Let's have another drink. Yes. You silently step away as the two of them start to fill their clay mugs again with punch. You take a look around the other tents, but find nothing of particular interest. A wave of unease washes over you while you head for the meeting point. The bizarreness of everything makes it hard for you to even anticipate what would happen next. Cutting through the circle of tents, you maneuver to the outhouses with caution. You use the other members as camouflage, standing close to them whenever you feel eyes are upon you. At the meeting spot, Toast peeks out from behind a stall and motions you to the back. Lucian, Toast, thank goodness you guys got here safely. The angel stands with his arms crossed. He takes out his tablet and activates a spell that distorts everyone's speech. The coast is clear, but better to be safe than sorry. What do you guys find out? Bubkiss, I checked every tent. If someone isn't praying to this teacher guy, they're either making something lame or cooking something gross. Those are the usual activities of the first rankers. The second rankers are still out leading groups and recruiting members. You notice how? The introductory video they showed in the temple was very informative. It's not a real temple, but the tent is a temporary gathering spot whenever their leader has an announcement to make or for their daily worship to him. It's just a temple? How do we know the leader isn't hiding something in there? If there was, I didn't see any of it when I was there. There's magic here, but not in the temple. I would have sensed it. Did you find any leads? Just one, the leader's tent. It's right behind the temple. I went past that tent. I didn't sense anything from it. Toast, did you see into that tent? Toast rests his hand on his chin as he recalls his prior reconnaissance. Pretty sure I did. Nothing stood out about it. This is the only lead we got. Let's check it out. Then let's make haste. I told that cultist guy that I was going to the washroom. They might start suspecting something after I'm gone for so long. Oh, your first lie. I didn't lie. I really did have to come here. Someone's coming. Let's move. The three of you hurry to the leader's tent. You pretend to be escorting Lucian to keep attention off you both. You're struck with disbelief upon entering the tent. There's nothing in here. The tent is mostly bare. A beaten up sofa lies in the middle of a green labeled tin from a brand of malt chocolate drink powder placed upon a wooden coffee table. This guy is more broke than you, Kobu. This guy's more broke than you, Kobu. Could it be they came without any of their belongings? No, Jen said we find their source of power here. There has to be a trick somewhere. Maybe there's no trick. Can't the guy just have powers like you guys? Behind it picks up the green tin. Mortals with powers are not like Morris, not something of this scale. Toast shrugs. This thing is dirt. He gives the tin a rub. A plume of malty powder shoots out of the tin and sucks the ghost into it. The metal container falls and the ghost is nowhere to be seen. Toast, where'd he go? The tin rolls around until it coughs up another plume of powder. Toast reappears. Where'd you guys go? Us? You're the one who suddenly vanished. How'd you do that? I don't know. I was rubbing that can one minute, the next I was in some dingy room. Glad the door lead back here. A room? The 10. It is a pocket. It is a pocket space, or maybe some kind of teleportation spell. Quick, we need to check it out. We pick up the 10. Now hang on. We need a plan. We can't just. You rub the 10 as if to expect a genie. Your vision becomes blanketed by chocolatey power. When it clears, you're standing inside a small room, your back pressed against the door. Strong magical energy lashes beside you. You turn to see a jet black motorcycle jacket hanging on a mannequin. Next to it, a blood-wet crystal floats midair. Its sea-like surface reflecting your very own visions ominously. Your very own visions ominously, as if beckoning you closer. In front of you, there's a steel safe the size of a fridge. This is a handy trick. Where did he learn it from? Lucian and Toast will appear in a puff of powder next to you. Really, Kobu, I wish you didn't rush into things so easily. We should work fast. This is probably what we're looking for. Let's get rid of the magical stuff first. The three of you approach the items on the right side of the room. Hey, that jacket is Arkan's jacket. Oh, you sure? I will never forget Arkan's smell. That's the one. Mind holding on to it for me, Kobu? Wouldn't want to lose it again. So I hang on to it. You undress the mannequin, wrapping both jacket sleeves around your waist and tie them into a knot. You know how ordinary the leather jacket is until you find a pin attached to it. The pin has an image of a laurel, reminding you of the many laurels etched into the wall of the underworld. You will ponder more about this, but there is no time for it now. This crystal is dangerous. Someone's been collecting soul energy into this thing. The angel bends over to get a better look at the item. Looks like a fair time to use the device Jen gave us. He pulls out the black cube from his pocket and directs it at the sea-like crystal. Nothing happens. He thrusts the cube closer. Nothing. Are you sure that thing is on? Lucian turns to you with exasperation. I'm not sure. There's no switch on this thing. Try blowing into it. Yeah. Lucian attempts to blow on the cube, but nothing happens. This isn't working. You better dispose of the jewel somewhere else. He pockets the crystal in the cube. Then that leaves the safe. Some problema. No problem. Leave it to me. Toast floats over to the safe and gives it a good old look. Looks like a Lockalon brand safe. Looks like a Lockalon brand safe. Newer than those back in the day, but he faces into the safe. A little turn here, a slap there, and a kiss for good luck. You hear the click and turn of gears before the safe door swings open. Toast steps out of the metal box. Whoa. If I had this ghost body when I was alive, all them heists would have been a breeze. There are so many things wrong with that statement. Guys, look, there are stacks of cash in the safe. The safe is filled almost as above with more dollar bills than you will ever see working at study fruits in your entire life. On the top of the stack of money lies a tablet. Oh, we hit the jackpot. With all this money, I could buy that exclusive collector's edition of Mizuki. Lucian lands a quick chop on your head. Those are ill-gotten gains. We're destroying it. What a waste. Hang on, what's this? You grab the tablet and the other two lean close next to you. A long press of the power button turns on the device only for you to face a password lock screen. Damn it, it's locked. Hey, you know how to crack a tablet? The Demon Lord, stumped by a mere tablet. There's possibly sensitive information inside. I don't want to risk doing anything that will damage it. If you need it cracked, give it to me. I got one heck of a throwing arm. Not like that. Then try 230856. But why? Because that's what the sticker on the back says for password. You flip the device. Feeling like a fool for not checking it first. After inputting the code, the tablet unlocks itself. Bizarrely, there is only one messaging app on the home screen. Far more bizarre, there is one person the leader has been in communications with, a contact by the name Evil Eye. The latest conversations between the two did not end well. What do you mean you're coming to Kibbleton? Those are not my orders. Mordecai will not take orders from filth like you. You serve your part. Traitor, take one step in Kibbleton and I'll make sure you'll never leave. Your threats are meaningless. My followers and I will be rid of those monsters you're allying with. I'll leave you last so you can watch how hubris costs you everything. Offer this mercy. Pledge your allegiance to me, Genie, or you will share a grave with your comrades. I made you. No one double crosses me. No one, you hear? A cult leader and a genie? It couldn't be, could it? Scrolling further back shows that these two have been in contact for years. Their first contact. I see from the forum post that they even uncovered the truth of the world, that monsters are pulling the strings behind the saddles. Yes, exactly. I never believed in the supernatural, but then a guy I worked with gave me these contact lenses and I could see them. My poor friend had their souls sucked out by Chupacabra. I'm not crazy. These monsters are wearing disguises. They're hiding among us. We need to take action and stop them. Free the masses. Oh, I believe you. In fact, I think you and I want the same thing. Freedom and so much more. And I know how I can help you get it. What? How? Let's talk further. Their conversations continue with the Evil Eye agreeing to supply Prometheus with information on where to gather mystical artifacts in exchange for Prometheus following the genie's orders. All this so they both can take down the tyrant of Kibbleton and usurp the mythical creatures in their hold on mortals. A soft whirring sound catches your attention, followed by the increasing frequency of ticks you've been picking up this whole time. Wait, stop. Do you hear that? Hear what? Right, that ticking sound. It's getting faster and faster. It's coming from you. He gasps and digs through his pocket. The angel pulls out the cube, now glowing, bright red and pulsating with soul energy. The cube, you activated it. No, it did it on its own. What do we do? Just leave it here. It's supposed to destroy all these things, right? I don't think that's all it's going to destroy. The energy level on this thing is climbing. At this rate, it has enough power to wipe out this entire camp. Gary's glasses. Just get rid of it. He throws a bomb at you. I don't want it. He throws the bomb at Toast. What am I supposed to do with this? He passes back to Lucian. Stop. There's a timer there. There's 5 minutes left. Bugger these cultists and their tricks. I want to just chunk this nonsense right back at them. The angel's hands tremble as he wings them over the cube. His eternal struggle shows within his downcast eyes. I wonder if he really is considering just leaving the bomb here. He reaches out to grab his shoulder, gently, careful not to set him off. He snaps his head back up, eyes unfocused for one moment, but then present and resolute the next. Weapons preservation of mortal lives. We need to move, now. Lucian summons an arrow and fires it at the stack of money. The arrow explodes upon contact and the safe erupts into flames. You all scramble for the door, with Lucian hugging the bomb tightly against his chest. The attendant can The tin can that connects you to the space erupts in molten powder, and you all appear back on the other side. What's that noise? It's coming from the teacher's tent. Who's there? The cultists rush into the tent. You take out the disguise from before and toss it at them while summoning a portal beneath you and Lucian. Hang on to me, Toast. What the? Where'd they go? Sound the alarm. We got intruders. Your portal takes you near the camp gate. The sound of alarm drums fill the air. A distant megaphone announces that there are intruders in the camp. Upholders of the woeful cycle have infiltrated our camp. 3 spineless standouts were spotted escaping from our great teacher's quarters. Find them! To your horror, the once docile cultists seem emboldened by the announcement. They seize whatever they can find as a weapon and start searching for you and your fellow fugitives. You signal to Lucian and Toast to be quiet so you can sneak your way out of the camp. They nod back at you. Just as you turn to take your first step, you accidentally trip on a stray pot of pomegranates onto the ground. Gary's, as your swearing is cut short as Lucian pulls you by the collar, a pitchfork cutting through the air and landing where your head would have been. One, don't stop. You run towards the gate. No wolves. Stop them. The 2 guards at the gate lunge at you both. Your fighting instincts kick in, triggering the muscle memory built from years of training by Fortis on how to disarm mortals without harming their souls. You kick them in the groin really hard. Your opponent falls to the ground, howling in pain. My balls. Lucian chops at the other guard's neck, causing them to collapse. You guys did it. 4 minutes. Grabbing Lucian's hand, you run as fast as you can. Behind you, the sound of hurried feet grows steady. You make a quick right turn into the forest, freeing you to cast your portal unseen. They ran into the forest. Destroy the outsiders. Stay close to me. You don't know how close they are, but you open portal after portal in the hopes of losing your pursuers. Code with a bomb. 2 minutes. You struggle to hear Lucian cry out as you focus on escaping the cultists. Your concentration breaks as the angel takes his hand free from you. Kobu, stop. We must deal with the bomb right now. You gasp for air, looking around and realizing you're standing in the middle of a hiking trail surrounded by trees. The cultists draw near. Toast, I'm going to try to block them. Keep an eye out. The ghost takes to the sky. Lucian looks up as well, his eyes widen as the gears of his mind turn. Using your portal, you force the trees to project horizontally, blocking the path behind you. Now stop them. They're blocked, but it won't hold them for long. You turn to the angel. Where do we get rid of the bomb? 1 minute. Give it to me. I'll take to the skies. I can't die. No, this amount of magic will whip you to shreds. The angel looks at you, wide-eyed and lips trembling. Launch me, portal me up in the sky. But, no buts. 30 seconds left. Launch me. Lucian turns to the ghost. Make sure you get him home. And keep him safe. Toast nods fearfully. There's no time for hesitation. You open the portal in front of the angel, along with the exit as far up into the sky as you can go, just right above the trees of the forest. Like a golden crow, Lucian's wings emerge on his back. The angel runs through the portal and ascending at breakneck speed. He lifts a night sky spotting the angel's ascent. Get away now. Please, just toss it and get out of here. You can barely make out Lucian's form. The angel rises ever higher, but something halts his ascent, and then he plummets towards the ground. 10 seconds remain. You rush forward, hoping to catch him. The angel draws his bow and fires a bomb. The bright red glow of the bomb trails the arrows fly past Lucian and attempts to draw a greater distance from the bomb, but then, boom. A loud breaking follows, explosion, fantastical vines. A color bursts out across the dark sky. A cascade of colorful soul energy radiates from the explosion, but the bomb and the crystal must have been attached to the arrow. Then the air itself burns and knocks its color as though a knife is driven through the sky, ripping its flesh apart. Next comes the aftershock. A tempest of wind kicks up as the very forest itself sags, while untamed magical energy ripping out, stripping trees bare. Lucian. You turn cold at the sight of Lucian caught within the edge of the blast. The radiant blast pushes the angel back to earth, his wings motionless as he crash lands in the forest to the west of you. You start running towards where Lucian fell, but Toast holds you back. We gotta get out of here. Kobu, we gotta move. Don't. Your eyes are drawn in by the growing ball of energy in the sky. You stand frozen in place as it grazes the tip of the surrounding canopy, disintegrating leaves and branches into ashes. A bright flash of light erupts from within the noxious air, blinding you before the magic collapses in on itself and vanishes into nothingness. Opening your eyes, everything seems as it were just minutes ago. Kobu, we don't got time to daydream. The cultists are still coming. But Lucian, he got hit. We have to find him. We don't have time for that. I gotta get you to safety. But what was that noise and all that wind? It felt like a tornado. The trees are damaged. Was that an earthquake? Who cares? Those intruders are still somewhere here. Get around the tree and keep looking. The sound of rustling leaves and approaching footsteps agitates Toast. He snarls at the oncoming threat, then back at you. No buts. The ghost grabs you by the collar and pulls you off your feet. If you care for Lucian, then you won't let his sacrifice be in vain. He knows what he's doing. Now, get your head in the game or we're all screwed. You wince in pain, but you know he's right. I understand. He lets go of you. Gritting your teeth, you cast another portal and continue to escape back to town. You summon every ounce of power you have to maintain a stream of portals. The trek back takes hours. The sun begins to rise as you approach your apartment door. With a moment to breathe, the adrenaline runs out, your body beyond exhausted from casting portal after portal. You can sense that you used up what little reserve of power you have for the day. You made it. You drag yourself to the couch before giving up and just lying flat on the floor. Toast looks just as bad as you feel. He's already see-through, complex, and even more transparent than usual. The ghost leans against the wall and slumps down onto the floor. As worried as you are for the hyena, you haven't for a second stopped wondering how you are going to get to Lucian. I need to find Lucian. You struggle to pull yourself up. No, I'll go. He rises ever so slightly, only to slide back down into his sitting position. You can't even move. I'll go. You remain glued to the ground. Me, tired. I can keep going all day. You probably got corrupted by those cultists. It's dangerous for you to go back out there. No, I can't. Nothing can stop the Toast. Nothing. He passes out. Toast, talk to me, buddy. Talk. Drained out energy, you pass out. Your slumber brings with it a haunting nightmare, your body tossing and turning. You find yourself within an endless forest, trunks stretching up as far as the eye can see, just to meet a canopy that blackens every twinkling star in the sky. You walk with heavy, labored footsteps, knowing that you must press on. You must return to your companions. For a reason unknown, you cannot hear out of your right ear, an unsettling experience twisting your core senses. Yet you still press on. You look at your paws, once golden fur, now singed black, a river of blood dripping from your digits. You stumble upon your next step. Pain pierces your chest, yet you still press on. Must go back. Cobble's waiting. Lucian. A loud thump startles you awake. Gotta get up. You jump to your feet. Toast is still asleep, but his lower half is faced to the floor. I need to find him. Every step feels like you're learning to walk for the first time. Your body hasn't completely regained its strength. You open the door, and there stands Lucian. Where do you think you're going? Lucian. The angel holds onto the door frame for support. His face is dirty by soot and dry blood. His feet and pants are stained brown, probably from the long walk back here. His remaining ring bends in an unusual position, and his once white feathers are singed black. You're missing a wing and bleeding everywhere. We need to get your help. I'm fine. His eyes roll back into his head, and he falls forward. You catch and lower him to the ground, and his broken wing disappears. Listen, no. You turn to Toast. Toast, get the first aid kit in the bathroom. Toast is startled awake. Ooh, what? I wasn't asleep, Lucy? Toast, first aid, bathroom, now! On it. The ghost flies towards the bathroom while you drag Lucian into the apartment. You sit his unconscious body on the floor and sit next to his head. What do I do? I don't know any healing spells. You pull at your mane, but the pain is nothing compared to the torment stabbing at you from within. The hospital? No, these injuries are beyond a mortal form. Those doctors can't treat this. Toast. I'm looking. I still can't find it. Morris, I need to call him. Your hands are shaking as you pull out your phone. Lucian coughs up a splutter of blood. Please, no. Don't do this. I can't. No. Not like this. Come on. Think. The anxiety comes too much as you drop your phone. You let out a pain cry as your paws tremble over Lucian's body. A loud chime rings as Lucian's halo wings swings out of his chest and floats above you. What's happening? Down user detected, scanning for appropriate secondary users nearby. The halo fires beams of light that circle the room. Secondary user detected. Kobu dismissed Demon Lord, activating emergency call. What? The ring floats further upwards and flips over. A surge of familiar energy erupts from the ring, bathing the space around you in gray and creating a space untouched by time. You rub your eyes as you stand before the floating ring. Both frustration and relief boil away in the pit of your stomach. A captivating and animated voice sounds from the halo in your surroundings. Dude, you're not even halfway back to the underworld. You've busted one of my staff. You're lucky I managed to sneak right into the washroom to make this call. You look back down at Lucian's unconscious body. Your hands tremble with rising fury. Knock off with the jokes, Gary. Lucian's dying. The ring sighs. There's no dying for angels and demons. There is existence and non-existence. And their forms are just reflections of their powers. I don't need your corrections. This mortal form is very much alive, but we're wasting time. I'll stop time within this apartment unit for everyone but the two of us. Lucian's wounds will not worsen. We don't have all the time in the world, though. If my absence gets noticed, we'll be in hot water. Do you like my pocket time seal? Thought of it on the fly. It's not good. There's a whimper in his voice. He always gets this way whenever there's a hint of criticism towards his artworks. Not a bad spell at all. Really? Oh, thanks. Now back to the issue at hand. Like a switch, he switched his tone fast. You need to make a choice. Lucian's body is gravely broken. By all accounts, he is unfit to continue his mission. What are you saying? I'm saying, if he comes this far but is out of commission, perhaps he would do better with someone else. You dick! Whoa, that was that far, kitty. I'm just looking out for everyone's best interests. How is this of anyone's best interest? Hey, I get that optics do not look good, but it's still my responsibility to guard the well-being of all my employees. It isn't fair to him. He wants to see this mission through. Do you know how much he looks up to you? Him and every other angel. Not cool, Gary. He works hard. He's open to learning so fast. Deep down, he really cares about mortals. He even took a bomb to save lives for the sake of the mission. Dedication like that is irreplaceable. Lucian is irreplaceable. You really want him that badly, don't you? The old me will struck you down for talking back like that. Although his voice is cheery, you treat his words with caution. If I was the old me, I'd let you. I know you don't owe me anything, but please don't take Lucian away. Very well. I respect your hustle, and I need you on board more than ever. If that means putting my faith in Lucian again, then so be it. A gold ball of light forms at the center of the ring. It floats down onto Lucian's forehead and envelops his body. Healing him will deactivate some functions of the halo, but I doubt he was using Solitaire or the mind-reading app. What was that last one? More importantly, don't think that I'll be here to rescue you both willy-nilly. You only get one. I didn't know we were keeping count of our miracles. You really think soul energy grows on trees? Besides, this is a necessary security measure, lest we be discovered. Now, why is Lucian? Lucian's body continues to glow. You hear Gary clearing his throat from the other side. Is it not working? It is. It's just taking longer than expected. Tell you what, since I'm using my once-in-a-decade lunch break talking to you, might as well make the most of it. I can tell that you have questions, and I must still figure out the perspective on the next blueprint I'm drawing. Either way is cool with me. Let me think. When I was kicked out of the underworld, I ran to the nearest church and prayed to you for help. Why didn't you do anything? I know you did. I saw your prayer pop up in my spam folder not too long after your firing notice was put up. I couldn't have done anything. You couldn't? Couple, your firing was official. If not, Vendrake wouldn't be able to do what he's doing now. Official to who? Regarding Demon Lord. Who do we have to answer to? If you have to answer me that, if you have to ask me that, then you're not ready to know. God, Gary, this is no time for riddles. It isn't a riddle, it's a fact. Listen to me, regardless of our connection, our two companies have a bound treaty to each other, one that I must honor to keep the peace. As for what binds us as God and Demon Lord, is something far more ancient than ourselves. That's why I had to be careful in all this. I don't understand. I wish I could tell you more, but there are possible repercussions. The halo falls silent. You cock your head to the side, wondering if there's a connectivity issue, but almost fall back when you hear Gary's voice exclaim. The words fail to make sense, and both of you cry out simultaneously. Your head feels on the verge of exploding, your vision blurring, and your consciousness hanging on by a thread. Darn it. Should have known better than to try that. What was that? No more questions about that. You're messing with forces you can't comprehend. Shaking the headache away, you look back up to piece together the words you need. It's just, I really needed someone back then. Well, I'm not blaming you now. I've already moved past that. It's just things were dark. My hopes were hanging on by a spider's thread, and you weren't there. If I could be here, if I could be there for everyone, I would. There are just some things even God cannot fix. You looked at Jetta as a halo. At last, this is all you can do for now. Alright, then why did you send Lucian if you had other candidates lined up? The clinking of coins being inserted into a machine is followed by the sound of a paper cup filling with liquid. Are you getting a drink? Hey, I've been up for days trying to finish my last commission. Let me have my caffeine. He sips loudly. As for Lucian, he just happened to be in the right place at the right time. You wipe your face with your hand. I'm getting mixed messages about how much you want this plan of yours to succeed. There's always room for improvement in a good plan. You deflected the question. Am I deflecting, or are you feeling deflected? There he goes again with his vagueness. He does this every time. You get a sense that there's more to this than Gary's letting on, but you don't know if pushing the topic further will get you anywhere. You decide against asking any further. Fine, I suppose. Really? You're just okay with that answer? Yeah? I trust you know what you're doing. Huh? I expected you to just... Yeah. I trust you know what you're doing. Huh? I expected you to say something like, damn it, Gary. Can't you show me some respect and just tell it to me straight? Something like that? I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, you do. Remember the Heaven and Underworld convention when you first took over that we met for the very first time? Vaguely. You turned your head away from the halo. Well, do you remember throwing a tantrum so terrible it caused an earthquake? Hey, you would too if someone promises to give you a gift and throws holy water at you. Like I said back then, it was symbolic. I was going to let you mark me with suits from the underworld. Suppose a demonic maggot pie to my face was just as good. It wasn't one of my best moments. Besides, you know I suck at interpreting performative arts. Then there was the time when you were deciding what to do, but I was so in limbo. You got so frustrated at me shutting down your ideas, you set your own office on fire with that flame above your head. Alright, can we stop reliving the greatest hits of my incompetence? No, not incompetence, more like anxious desperation to prove yourself. You were a mess, no offense. None taken. Why are you doing any of this in the first place? I've been replaced. Even if you didn't like Vendrake, wouldn't it be easier to negotiate with him or replace him with one of the other generals? Bro, you think I didn't try diplomacy for Vendrake? It's the underworld first, no matter who he has to step on to keep it that way. I have souls reporting that they're getting tortured before even being tested. That demon's beyond negotiating. Also, what do you think your job is? It's not something you can just give away. It's a job, anyone can do it. Speaking as a guy who gets reincarnated every time a new demon lord pops up, no, it's not a job. You think it's easy being the one in charge of billions of souls, understanding them and giving them what they need to maintain the cycle of life and death? If it's all that, then you're barking up the wrong tree for a demon lord. Kobu, I don't think I can do it. Then I'll wait until you do. I'm not giving up on a bro. We need each other. Remember that. I'm up to speed. There's nothing else I want to ask. The halo bobs up and down as though it's nodding. Then I've got one. Are you dating my employee, Kobu? You cough on your own saliva. Excuse me? Definite yes right there. Lucian and I are working together to get King back, nothing more. Really? All this time with Lucian watching you, being near you, eating with you, you don't have feelings developing? Gary, people don't fall in love in a week. Besides, angels and demons aren't supposed to mix by law. It's absurd to even consider it. A week feels much longer for me. After all, you two have been in a lot of shenanigans. The halo emits a static noise. It reveals an image of you and Lucian head-to-head during the exchange of magical energy. You saw that? He reported it to me. He keeps a tight file on you. That's just a work-related exchange, to unlock back some of my powers. Just saying, people don't speak up for just anyone. Nor beg God himself to save their acquaintance's mortal life. Well, if you aren't interested, then good. I won't allow it. You won't allow it. You have no right. Hello, who created angels? Also, didn't you just say it violates our rules? I don't care. You have no business in determining how we feel. If I like him, I'll let him live. If I like him, I'll let him live. You will you? What? Are you going to take him on a movie night or something? I'll get the biggest popcorn for us to share. Gary scoffs. What's next? A bouquet of flowers and sweet poetry? The sweetest. That passionate kiss during the night. What am I even saying? Yeah, I'm getting kind of messed up with the words here. And dogs around here barking, and I live right near an interstate, so there's a lot of ambulance sirens going off and loud trucks. So that's the reason why I have to pause the video multiple times. You probably can hear them right now. What am I saying? Gary burst into laughter. You blushed, realizing that he tricked you into saying all that. Gary, look, all jokes aside, your feelings are none of my business. I myself don't see value in upholding old war era laws that serve no purpose. Look, whatever you choose to do, please don't break Lucian's heart. What do you mean by that? You eyed the device with suspicion. Do you know? I'm God. We may have been working together for only a short time, but I've had enough lifetimes to know when someone is just playing a long con. Then why all the charades? You know I'm not going to go through with getting my job back, because I still believe you'll do the right thing. Look upon Lucian's sleeping face. Does he now? That I can't say. Lucian, our little reunion is coming to an end. Gotta start up my art string for all of up and above to watch, or they'll suspect something is up. Time will start again, I never realized how much I miss our chats. I do hope we get to do it again. Thank you for saving him. Give what I said some thought. One last thing. I know Lucian can be a bit of a stubborn type. If things get difficult, here is a way to smoothen things out. The halo floats close to your ear and whispers its secrets. That's all. Good luck, Demon Lord. The halo flashes before disappearing. You sense the flow of time running once more. Toast comes out of the bathroom with a white first aid box in hand. I got the first aid kit. He rushes over and you both look at Lucian. His body looks completely untouched, with not a wound or blood stain in sight. Hey, he looks okay. Yeah, seems so. How'd that happen? The first aid kit in his hand slips through his ghostly grip and lands right on Lucian's face. What are gooses? The startled angel sits up straight. You're awake, Lucy. You and Toast hug the angel from each side. What's happening? Why are we hugging? I can't remember months about the explosion. You scared the shit out of me. I thought you were going to die. Yeah, Kobu pats you back somehow. Lucian pushes both of you back but keeps his eye on you. You did? Well, to be exact, Gary did. I mostly watched. Lord Gary, He came down out of his busy schedule just to save me. His eyes lit up at the sound of his employer's name. Mm-hmm. He came swooping in to save you. You are invaluable to him. The angel cups his hands and places them against his heart as though an employer. Thank you for putting your trust in me, Lord Gary. If you ask me, I think we made your ears crooked. If you ask me, I think he made your ears crooked. Lucian leers at him for the joke. How are you feeling, by the way? No different than before we left for the camp. That Gary guy must know his stuff. He's the greatest, and he has graced us with his presence. This means we cannot fail. He's counting on us. That's right, our job not over yet. Finally, you can turn your attention to the items you've taken from the code. On the floor lies the jet black jacket Toast has been looking for and the code leader's tablet. Ah, here it is. The ghost picks up the items and passes you the tablet. I can't wait to see the look on Arkin's face when I show him this. Toast waves the black jacket in front of you and Lucian. I'm sure he'll be ecstatic. Does this mean we won't be seeing you around anymore now that you have what you're looking for? Maybe. I'm not really sure about it. I'll figure that out after I drop off the jacket. What about you guys? What's next for you? Maybe. I'm not really sure about it. I'll figure that out after I drop off the jacket. What about you guys? What's next for you? Now we deal with this. You hold out the tablet and turn it on. You scroll through the conversation between the cult leader and the genie he has been working with. What are the chances that Jen is a genie this Prometheus guy was working with? It explains a bomb, no witnesses. Amateur mistake. If you're going to double cross someone, you better be sure they can't get back at you. Learn that the hard way. It'd be wise that we don't hand the tablet over so easily. I've seen this dozens of times in crime thrillers. I know just what to do. Are such stories really going to work? Work? Oh no. What? My sister today. What time is it? 12:30. I'm going to be late. You do your thing. I'll meet you at the store. I'll meet you at your store after I'm done. Wait, Luke. The angel sprints out of the room, not letting you talk to him about calling in sick. Guess I'll go too, unless you need me for anything else. I think I can handle what's next. Been fun, Kobu. Toast gives you away before he too leaves the room. You spend the rest of the day taking screenshots of the tablet's contents. Morris remains unreachable the entire time, so you decide to bring Lucian to meet Jen at the work. Come evening, it's your turn to head to work with the evening shift. After work, you and Lucian rendezvous at the abandoned housing area where Jen's can is located. Even broad daylight, not many come to this part of Kimbleton. You nod reassuringly to each other before summoning the genie. A puff of black smoke jettisons out of the can, revealing the snake. You two. You seem surprised. Were you expecting us to fail? Maybe even hoping our plans would blow up in our faces? Jen's face instantly softens. Of course not. Her voice is thick with sarcasm. I have full faith that you two would make it out alive. It was convenient of you to leave out the fact that he gave us a deadly weapon that triggered on its own. Is that so? I could have sworn I had explained it. We've done your dirty work. Now hand over the information on those underworld gate keys. Jen snaps her fingers, and a file materializes in a puff of smoke. Here, for you. The genie extends the file out before you. You reach for it, but your hand stops above the file. There's an uneasiness about this. No, wait, this is too easy. Jin's eyes narrow. Lucian gets into a fighting stance. Is this some kind of trick? You hold out your arm to stop the angel from attacking. No, it's not that. You look into the snake's eyes. You try to kill us. Now you're just handing us what we want, and now you're just handing us what we want and letting us go on our merry way. Now that you're missing it, what's your game here, Jenny? So suspicious. Are all demons and angels like that? Then again, I wouldn't trust me either. Demon and angel? What are you talking about? You've been spying on us. The cube. Jen smiles wildly. Yes, the cube, my greatest work yet. I hid layers of spells over one another. The whole time you've been carrying it, my magic has been scanning you both. Didn't activate by accident. You knew we were close to all the evidence. We just did your dirty work for you. Jen claps her hands slowly. Gold Star, you monster. Have you no honor? You can't live on honor, Boy Scout. However, you can make a living if you know who to make the right deals with. The file for our silence. You know we have dirt on you too. Exactly, a win-win for everyone. You get to do whatever it is you want with that stupid gate, and I don't lose my head to Mr. K. You take out the tablet you kept under your shirt. There goes my ace in the hole. All that's a being. It might have worked. So that's it. You're selling out your own people. You get to betray them and walk away like nothing happened? In a sense, yes, but let's get one thing straight. The Wings are not my people. They are my characters. I couldn't care less what happens to them. If you foil their plans, I'm one step closer to freedom. If they quest you first, then we will all be happy with less of your kind getting our way. Was working with the code part of your plan to free yourself? It was. I was using that little seep to amass an army and invade Kibbleton. In all that chaos, I would have found my lamp. And who knows, maybe enslave everyone here. He just had to spoil it all by getting greedy. Alas, he's not a problem anymore. So, do we have a deal? Don't do it, Kobu. We can go to their leader and expose the snake. I would advise against that. Knowing Mr. K, none of us will be walking away with our hands in that situation. Mr. K traitors as much as he does demons, well. They hold out the way again. You sigh and grab the folder, but Jen doesn't let go. The tablet, if you would be so kind. You look over to Lucian, whose eyes remain fixed upon the snake. He reluctantly nods to let you continue with the deal. You hand over the tablet, it disintegrates into sand within Jenny's palm. At the same time, you obtain the folder. Passing it over to Lucian, the angel quickly reads through its contents and verifies it all in the file. You do know that destroying the tablet doesn't delete the information saved on the servers, right? I have my ways to deal with that. It's been a pleasure working with you two. Let's not do it again. Also, if you spot Morris, give him these. He tosses 3 batteries at you. You catch them and put them in your pocket. The demon's presence is no longer detected by our security system, but that boar never claimed his reward. Did something happen to him? Not my business to care. Best outcome, he and the demon destroyed each other. Lucian growls. Come on, they aren't worth it. You both leave. It seems that you have seen Toast's meeting with Arkan before. It would be great if you want to see it again, but it could be a chore if you read this many times. So would you like to skip this scene? Well, we saw Toast's discussing with Arkan. we gotta see what this scene. We always saw Toast with Argan before, where he gives him back his jacket. Toast meets up with Argan to give him back his jacket. Argan asks if he's ready to move on to Las Vegas, where Toast has business with Finis and Kippleton. After giving Toast some ambrosia that clears corruption, Argan sends Toast back to Kippleton with his blessing. It seems that you have seen Amari's meeting with Knox before. It would be great if you wanted to see it again, but it could be a chore. Yeah, see that? We saw that too, so we're gonna skip that. Kind of like it when they give you a choice to skip stuff you always saw before. So, yeah, that's what I like about this viewing. They can skip it stuff. Hold on a moment. Amari and Fox face an altercation on the bridge. Knox informs Amari that he has to head out to take down Kobu or risk losing his lab. Amari broken hearted by Knox's inability to explain why he works for Vendrake is left sobbing on the ground. Knox leaves Amari with the prototype music box he took from Amari's workshop. Your journey back to your apartment was equally relieving and uncomfortable. But despite all you went through, you know at least you made it out alive together. You and Lucian stand outside your apartment as you search for your keys. Let's not do that ever again. At least we have what we need. We should go through it with Morris. He'll be alright, won't he? On one side, you have a demon with unpredictable magical powers. On the other is a meat sack who's deeply paranoid, money hungry, who wields painfully average magic. If it was anyone else, I'd say they have no chance, but I think that Exorcist is an exception. I hope so too, just in case we should look for him. My door's unlocked. What do you mean? I never leave my door unlocked. Someone broke in. Lucian readies his arrow as he grips the doorknob. He gives you a nod. With your other hand, you count down from 3 and swing the door open. You both rush into the living room. Whoever's in here, if you touch my collectibles, I'll break your kneecaps. You let out a loud gasp. King and Morris are reclining on your sofa. Hey, look what I found. King? Kobu, I'm back. The alpaca leaps off his seat and hugs you. King, Kobu, I miss you so much. As the scene plays out, Lucian racks his brain, trying to understand what is happening. Where is this? 2 nights ago. 2 figures lurked about a dark alleyway. Oh, I'm so stupid. A brightly colored chameleon demon buried his face in his hands, despondent from the situation he had placed him and his friend in. Beside him, a taller-looking goat demon stands in waiting with a black staff in hand. Stupid, stupid, stupid. If only I didn't get caught by those hippies, you wouldn't have to go out of your way to save me. I wasted so much time, and I was among the few sent out first. My contract with this mortal body is going to expire in minutes. I'm useless. The lizard demon bumped himself on the head until his ally grabbed their hand to stop them. Mistakes should embolden us to become better, not tear us down. Still, maybe you should just let my contract expire. I'm only holding you back. You would have finished your mission by now. This was a bad idea for me to come along. I'm not leaving you behind. That would be a poor display of teamwork, and that's staying on my annual performance record. Oh, you're saying that makes me feel even worse for triggering that alarm spell. Now, whoever it is will know we're here. I say it was a wondrous discovery. Someone here has been anticipating our appearance. We could turn this around. Belphegor raised his staff, power slithered from his hands to the weapon. I say it was a wondrous discovery. Someone here has been anticipating our appearance. We could turn this around. Belphegor raised his staff, power slithered from his hands to the weapon. For now, we need to extend your contract. The demon's magic expanded to the surrounding area, encompassing its partner. I extend this contract by 1 week at the cost of my durability. A glowing panel formed in front of Mimica before it dissipated in a flash. Mimica looked at the palm of their hand. The timer that had almost counted down to 0 changed to 7 days. You did it, but Belfi, you shouldn't have wasted your precious skill points on me. Belphegor shook his hand. The demon of discovery's powers allowed it to forge a contract with itself, and the limitless power akin to Demon Lord, but it comes at the heavy cost of lowering one of his abilities. His strength, defense, magic, speed, and intelligence all are mere currencies to him. After all, he always could train himself to regain what he lost. We, the workers, are valuable assets of the company. No sacrifice to ensure we succeed is ever a waste. Now, we're going our. The demon pushed away the lizard with remarkable force. They both narrowly avoided a falling ball of fire. The fireball exploded and down slammed a heavy-set figure from the rooftop above. Hi, it's the exorcist. The boy clad in pink took note of the two demons before him. He pulled out 2 talismans and cast them upon the demons. Belphegor looked at the talisman headed for him, but Mimica was immediately ensnarled. Magical energy erupted from the talisman, shocking the lizard demon. Belphegor leaped into the air, somersaulting over the exorcist to reach his ally. He blasted Mimica with magic to whip the seal away before turning his attention to their assailant. We have no qualms with you, mortal. We're only here to do our job. Let me guess, you're here to kill Kobu. You are well informed but that's confidential company information. I'll have to ask you to sign an NDA and step aside, but there will be consequences. Mimica got up and cowered behind his larger ally. Not going to happen. Your kind are not welcome here. Morris clasped his hands together. At the corner of his enemy's eyes, magic circles formed along the floor, and a torrent of fire blasted onto the demons. A blue outline shielded Belphegor's body. Belphegor's movements slow, but his body strengthened in return. The fire lit up the demons, but barely hurt them. Morris began to cast another spell, but Belphegor activated his ability again. His body became weightless at the cost of his magical strength. He zoomed across the alleyway and swiftly caught Morris's hand. The demon forced the boar's hands upwards, sending Morris' fireball into the night sky. Morris raised his leg to kick the demon, but Belphegor was quicker, stamping the enemy's feet down to the ground. Mimica, incensed, his partner flipped over Belphegor and touched the boar on the forehead. Morris' entire body turned stiff, and the light in his eyes faded away. The demon had him under his spell. Phew, that was scary. Belphegor pulled away from the mortal. Excellent work, Mimica. I'll be sure to rate you highly for your cooperativeness during the interdepartmental staff review. You are great too. You're so strong, Belphegor. I wish I could fight like you. Your strengths lie in espionage and subterfuge, my friend, but I'll be happy to train with you when we get back. For now, find out what this one knows about us. On it, the lizard demon uses magic to rummage through Morris's memories. Mimica gasped. He knows Kobu. Wait, there's a lot of people he knows. These people know. These people know. These are monsters. You mean mythical creatures? They can't be. They can't be. Lord Zangitz eradicated all of them after he became Demon Lord. Now, according to this guy's head, they're here living among mortals as a part of some gang. What are they plotting? He doesn't know. Belphegor stroked his goatee in contemplation. What do we do now? Lord Vendrake will want to know about this. The best measure will be for us to split up. But split up? I can't do this mission alone. I'm not strong. The chameleon's shoulders slumped as tears ran down his eyes. He cradled the petrified boar for support while turning to Belphegor. We don't have a choice. It's more dangerous if you come along while I investigate these mythical creatures. Complete the mission you were set to do. Belphy, you can do this. Never forget, you are powerful. Mimika takes a deep breath. His wide eyes begged Belphegor to reconsider, but a gold demon did not relent. Okay, I'll try. The chameleon tapped into Morris's memory once more. Upon finding what he needed, the body began to shape-shift. His powers of disguise extended to his very clothes. In seconds, the chameleon demon was gone, replaced by the brightly colored alpaca king. A hero's disguise. But what are we going to do with this one? He gestures towards the unconscious Morris. He'll be our guide. To be continued. Thanks for playing the latest updates. You want to let us know how we're doing. Leave a rating and comment on our SGO page. We want to hear from you. We're the Demon Lurks is supported by those who sponsor us on Patreon. Consider supporting us so we can make the game bigger and better. Or you can support us by buying our new Kobu VR model on sale on itch.io. And if you want to be kept up to date on the development, feel free to follow our X, formerly known as Twitter, Blue Sky, or join our Discord. Alright, so apparently they were able to stop, well, not apparently, but obviously they were able to stop Morris. Those two demons were able to stop Morris and freeze him in place. And one of the demons went to Morris's memories, and he was able to find the memories of him being with Kobu, as well as the mythical people, the mythicals, I guess. But more importantly, the demon was able to find the memories of Kobu and Morris. So Belphegor, I guess his name is, who's the little leader here, the more experienced one. He decided he wants the both of them to split up, and the other demon, who name I forgot already, he seems like a Wookiee, like you expect a Wookiee to be, like almost, like a young Wookiee. Says that he has great respect for Belphegor. He doesn't want to do this mission without him, but Belphegor was insistent that they have to split up and do these missions separately. If he brought him with him, he'd be in danger, to go see what the mythicals are doing. So the demon, the kind of Wookiee-looking demon, the Wookiee demon, changed into King, because that's one of the memories Morris has. He changed it to King, and Belphegor decided to use make Morris like a guide for the Wookiee demon to use. So yeah, that's what happened. So I kind of figured that something was wrong there when I first saw Kobu when I first saw King and Morris in Kobu's apartment. Knew something was wrong, and I was like, I knew something was wrong, and they couldn't just have popped up like that. So yeah, these are actually the people who are actually in Kobu's apartment are not Morris and King. These are demons. Alright, so these two demons are out to kill Kobu, so obviously that's not good, and hopefully Kobu and everybody else will figure that out before it's too late, that these people are not actually King and Morris, but these are actually demons. Or at least King is. At least the alpaca King is a demon. I don't know about Kobu. I mean, let's see. At least the alpaca King is a demon. We know that for sure. But that other demon said he would have to split up and look for the mythical. So I guess Morris technically is still Morris, but the demon who is pretending to be King is kind of controlling Morris, I guess, because Morris couldn't be a demon because the other demon said he had to split up and look for the mythical. So if he did that, then it's just that little Wookiee demon there who's pretending to be King, and I guess he's using Morris as some kind of guide by controlling him, I guess. So yeah, so hopefully Kobu and Lucian and Toast and will figure that out, that these two are not really who they are, but definitely not King, and Morris is being controlled. So I look forward to seeing what's going to happen next here on Lucian's route. So I like that conversation Kobu had with Gary, who's the leader of Up Above. Basically, like heaven. He's God. So he wanted to replace Lucian, who was badly injured, with somebody else, and Kobu insisted that he keep Lucian here because of how much Lucian wants to complete this mission, and after more talking and more convincing, Gary decided to keep Lucian on this mission. Alright, so they were able to fulfill their part of the deal, so they gave the snake this device, and saying that the snake gave them information about the gates, I think, about the demon gates, how they get into the underworld, so they can save King. So anyway, yeah, so that's all for now. Enjoy this update for Lucian. So thank you all very much for watching. Goodbye.